Welcome back to the Mountain Man Medical YouTube channel. Thanks for hanging out. Today we're going to be talking about some live and in-person training from Mountain Man Medical. I know these online courses and YouTube videos, they help, but it's always better to get in-person training so that you can kind of ask questions and you can have an instructor there to talk you through some of the things that you might want to know about, and also to make sure that you're doing the techniques correctly and properly. So if that's something that you're interested in, hang out. We're going to talk about that next. Now, I know that it's difficult to travel for training conferences. Believe me, I get it. I've done a lot of training in my time to and from different things, and it can get kind of expensive, and maybe you just don't have that kind of capital, but you still need to get some good training. Well, Mountain Man Medical, we offer the Emergency Trauma Response course, and that's online and completely free. Nothing beats in-person training, but this is a close second. It's going to teach you how to use all the essential things in your trauma kit so that you know what to do after you've bought it. A lot of times people will buy a trauma kit and not even bother to open it, take a look at it, or learn how to use the techniques properly to save somebody's life. You need to know how to use the items in your kit. So if you're looking for a quick, easy, and free way to do that, head over to mountainmanmedical.com and check out our emergency trauma response course. I'm going to drop a link to that in the description down below. All right, guys, so coming up, we've got a lot of different training classes that I'm putting together for some in-person training. I did a little bit of this last year and I really enjoyed myself. It was a lot of fun doing these YouTube videos and things. I enjoy it, but it is not as much fun as being in person and getting to talk with students and cohorts and all the other types of people that you tend to run into at these types of conferences and trainings. So I love to put on these things. It's a kind of a refreshing thing for me to go out and meet and talk to people in person. And this will probably be an evolving type of a situation. I'll have more classes that'll pop up. And as I do, I'll try to let you guys know about that if you're interested. Coming up here in March, just around the corner this next month, at the end of the month, I'm going to be with USA Defenders. This is out in Grand Junction, Colorado. USA Defenders, they do a lot of firearms training, especially precision rifle. So I'm going out there to teach a class, and that is going to be March 26th and 27th. That's a Saturday and a Sunday. So if you're in the area or you can make the trip out to Grand Junction, that might be a good possibility for you to come out and get some good training. I'm going to be gearing us more towards a combat fighter mindset. So if you carry a gun for defense of yourself, like your concealed carry permit holders, or if you carry a gun for your job, this might be a beneficial thing for you to do. And this is one of the classes I like to give the most. And I think it's one of those that I've gotten a lot of good comments on it. A lot of people saying that there's things that they hadn't thought about before, and some basic key details that change quite a bit in a hostile environment that you need to be paying attention to when you're trying to give trauma to casualties around you, or maybe even yourself. So if that's something that you're interested in, Grand Junction, Colorado, March 26th through the 27th, that's a great place to come get that training. Next up on the list, we've got the Guardian Nation Conference, and this is the first conference by ConcealedCarry.com, and this is the parent company of Mountain Man Medical. So Mountain Man Medical is one of the brands of ConcealedCarry.com, so I'm always excited to go out there and train with those guys. They are my co-workers, and it's a solid team of guys that I like to go and hang out with and get things accomplished with. And this is going to be another one of those fun ones. I really enjoyed last year's. We had a great turnout. This year, we're looking at even a bigger turnout. So if there's somebody that you have always been wanting to learn how to shoot better or to learn better tactics and weapons manipulation, then this is going to be a really good class for you. And on top of that, learning how to make holes in people is important. Learning how to patch those holes, even more important, in my opinion. Of course, I'm a little bit biased, but I think that should be the opinion of everybody out there. It's all good and well to be able to fight okay, but fighting is an inherently dangerous occupation. So if that's your job, you carry a gun for your job or the defense of yourself and your family, then you need to know how to patch holes too, because there's a good chance you're going to get some. If that's something that you're interested in, you've been following Concealed Carry for quite a while, you are a Guardian Nation member, then you should absolutely be signing up for that. I'm going to leave the links to all of these classes down below. So if there's something that catches your eye here, somewhere closer to your area, then feel free to go and check that out. The next conference that we have on the list is the Active Self-Protection Conference, and that is going to be in Manhattan, Kansas on September 23rd through the 25th. So right after the Guardian Nation Conference, the Active Self-Protection Conference is going to kick off. I attended this one last year as an instructor, taught the same class, and as I'm going to be teaching this year, the Active Self-Protection community is amazing. I really enjoy the people that showed up there. Wonderful people, full of love and happiness and learning how to fight all at the same time. Love it. So if you are into the active self-protection community and you want to come out and get some good training from Mountain Man Medical, this is a great way to do it, as well as honing up those skills for combat and other types of things that you might need in an emergency situation. And then you also get to learn how to patch wounds and keep someone alive until help can get there. So Active Self-Protection Conference is going to be September 25th through the 23rd through the 25th, and it's going to be in Manhattan, Kansas. It's a beautiful property. It's on a camp for foster children. It's a wonderful place, and the people there are just amazing. So if you want to come out and have a great time, learn some crucial skills, Active Self-Protection Conference is the way you're going to do it. And the last one on the list so far this year, we're going to be at the USCCA Expo, and that's going to be November 11th through the 13th, and that's going to be in Fort Worth, Texas. So if you're in the Texas area, Fort Worth, and you want to get some good training, that's a great way to do it. I'm going to have a booth there where I'm going to be setting up a mannequin to be working on and doing demonstrations. So if you want to learn wound packing and chest seals and tourniquets and that kind of stuff, this is a great place to be. Just stop on by our booth. Come let me know that you check out the YouTube channel and that you heard about all of the training that we have to offer. Come and check us out. We're going to be at the USCCA Expo, and that's going to be November 11th through the 13th in Fort Worth. Head over to mountainmanmedical.com, and while you're there, check out our emergency trauma response course, absolutely free, and check out our Yellowstone and Tracker trauma kits. Be ready for whatever the mountain throws at you. I'll catch you guys in the next one.